Welcome aboard Bus One. We are on our way to Ottawa, Ontario, and we've got some time to kill. Let's play some trivia. Gamers, introduce yourselves.
What's up, everyone? It's Aiden.
Hey, everybody, it's Cooper.
And I'm John.
All right, so this is going to be a pretty standard episode in terms of format. So we're going to have 3 rounds of questions. In the first round, you will be getting 1 loony per correct answer. In the second round, you'll be getting a toonie per correct answer.
No.
And for level 3, you'll be getting a loony, a loony, and a toonie.
A throonie per
correct answer. Yeah. We will be buzzing for most of the questions, but I will tell you if it is not a buzz in. There is still a challenge question, so one of the 15 questions are, I will give an incorrect answer. If you catch it in the spot, you get the points for the question and the extra 3 like we've been doing recently.
An extra loony and a toonie?
Yeah.
Wow. Crazy.
That's correct, yeah. So most
I could buy a
points
hot
wins.
dog with that.
No Googling.
What's the going rate for hot dogs in Canada?
Well, if you go to a Blue Jays game on Tuesdays, it's a loony night.
Tuesdays,
so
Loony, I could get 3 hot dogs.
I'm going crazy to have some loony night.
Is there Costco?
Pretty. There is.
Is there Costco?
Yeah.
There's Costco in Canada. So how much? What's the going rate
Canada.
for a hot dog in Costco?
It's, I don't know. I
Because
don't
here
go
it's
to Costco.
here it's $1.50. I don't know.
Bryce, I have a topic guess.
Yeah. It's so yeah. Anyway, do you have a guess?
Yeah.
Canada.
I know.
It's the long-awaited Canada episode.
Aiden's wearing a Canada
This is a
shirt.
complete accident.
Suck up. Suck up. Boo.
Oh yeah, an accident.
Go back to your
coincidence, I
colony,
guess.
loser.
A quote.
An accident, as they
unquote.
say.
Yeah. Okay.
What I happen
Common
to wear
bloc
today.
Quebecois voter.
I
Get out of
really
here.
I really thought that it was going to be The Demon of Unrest by Eric Larson. I don't know why.
Oh, that's
Close.
Yeah.
Damn.
A whole
read
episode
up on
dedicated
it
to
and
the
everything.
fall of Fort Sumter and the start of the
Yeah.
American Civil War.
I read the whole book.
Wait. So John, you were lying to me. It's not the fall of
Yeah,
Fort
Cooper,
Sumter?
I'm sorry that I told you it was going to be an episode about the fall of Fort Sumter and the start of the American Civil War.
Dang, I just googled everything about the fall of Fort
Yeah,
Sumter.
I was really reading up on the 1860 presidential election split 4 ways.
That has nothing to do with Canada.
I watched Glory.
And none of that will
recently.
help us here. You watched Glory recently.
Yeah.
I had to watch that back in high school.
I had to watch that in middle
This is
school.
falling off the tracks immediately today.
Grab
Alright,
the
I'm
reins,
ready for the
Bryce.
Fort Sumter trivia.
Yeah.
Are you
I
really
need that.
surprised the Americans grabbed the reins and took everything over really quickly?
Okay.
So yeah, I know it's pretty exciting. We're finally getting to do some trivia on the Great North.
Greatest
So
North.
yeah, let's grab our passports and your toques and let's head to the border.
Is it not the
I
Great
actually
White
need my
North anymore?
passport.
Is that not PC?
Yeah, it's Great White North.
We're
You
on our
don't
way
need
to
your
find
passport.
the Northwest Passage.
Show us your passport on camera. Question
Famously, that's worked out
All right.
very well.
Before round 1, let's all hear your best Canadian A.
On principle, I don't
Oh
think
yeah,
we can
you
do that.
betcha.
Oh no, he caved immediately.
Yeah.
He caved
do that.
immediately.
You can't be saying
Minnesota
that.
immediately.
Yeah,
Oofda.
Minnesota.
That's as close as we can
Oh
get.
yeah, you betcha.
Hey Bryce, I don't
All right,
I don't
this
know
is
what this is all
disappointing.
about.
It's
but
as far north as we go.
We'll get into
I'm
it.
Canadian,
All right,
eh?
all right.
Here, do I need to go pour myself some
right.
sortilage before we start this episode? I've got some in the next room.
I'm rethinking the level difficulty of my
Oh
questions.
no!
No.
We're doing too
Oh,
low.
okay.
We're
doing too
I thought you were like Cooper.
Too many
these guys
references been said
do not
already.
know what they're talking about. This is going to be a train.
Justin Trudeau.
Aiden, I think you mean what we're talking about.
A boot.
A boot.
Yeah.
A boot.
A boot.
We're talking
All right,
about.
so let's start heading to the border. For
not again.
level 1. We will call this the tourist round. All right.
Okay.
So
been there.
for question 1, it is a buzzed question. So the first thing we have to do is cross the border. For question 1, which of the following border crossings is the busiest between the US and Canada? A. Detroit, Windsor. B. Niagara Falls. C. Buffalo, Fort Erie. Or D. British Columbia, Washington. John.
I'm going to say Detroit, Windsor, Bryce.
Detroit, Windsor is correct.
That's what I was
get a
gonna
loony.
say. That's the one I've been
Welcome
through.
to Canada, John.
Well, because the thing in Niagara
Yeah.
Falls is it's this. You're seeing the same thing on both sides. Like no one wants to cross the border, right?
Not true. Not true.
The Canadian side of Niagara Falls is much better.
I've only
than
been
the
to the
view
Canadian
is
side
much
of Niagara
better.
Falls. That's where I got
The
this shirt.
surrounding,
The freedom is worse.
the surrounding is actually like just a big casino there, which is hilarious. Like it's the opposite of what you would expect. The U.S. is like a park and like very nice.
Beautiful.
And the Canada's just, yeah. Anyway, Detroit, Windsor, yeah. Ambassador Bridge is the busiest border crossing, and I should
Really
know,
cool
I
bridge.
just have been on it a lot.
Which ambassador?
Detroit, Windsor.
I don't think that's
know.
their name. Okay.
All right, so yes.
Ambassador to
So we
Detroit.
just
Ambassador Detroit, Windsor.
gave the Mounties our passports, and we're all good to go.
I didn't get my
So,
passport
yeah.
back?
Nope.
Okay.
You don't
Guys,
get it back.
I made it through
Illegal.
I'm
this
being
time.
held
You just
prisoner.
submit it.
I'm a political
Yeah.
prisoner.
Shout out to Max, who did not bring his passport when he.
This one's for
was
you,
trying to
Max.
come to Canada.
We're going into Canada for you.
Yeah,
To get your
rather-
passport.
only
to
did
bring you
once.
your
In spite
passport.
of Bryce.
All right, so yeah, make sure you're tracking that loony, John.
I am. It's going
You
towards
can
my
just-
healthcare education debt.
This you don't need to keep track of loonies and toonies separately. This should just be added into
It's
total
a financial
currency.
total. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make
So
sure
that
you
leads
invest
us
that, John.
into the next question.
Oh.
If we're keeping track of our points with loonies and toonies, we have to know what the exchange rate is.
Oh.
So
It's
this
worse.
Fool,
is-
you've already told us it's equal to a hot dog.
This is not a buzz question.
What's the going rate?
I'm typing it in right now, so it is the most up to date. But for this, you are going to be writing what you think $1 is equivalent to in Canadian. So $1 is how many or how much in Canadian dollars. Write it down, and then we will go around.
I was at a bookstore today, and you know they have the prices
Okay.
in American and Canadian. So now I just have to remember a picture in my mind's eye.
Yeah, I did just pull
How
a book
many-
down off my shelf and look on the back just to be like,
John!
I didn't use Google. I didn't
Cancel.
Google.
I
There's
don't
no
know.
rules against using things in my personal environment.
All right.
Bryce
We'll see if it
canceled.
Did
helps
everyone
me
write
at all.
something down?
Yeah, I did. Eric can.
We're just
many-
doing closest.
How many dollar tunes
didn't show
goes
up.
into a Looney Tunes?
All right. We'll
Thank
start
you.
with
That's my answer.
John.
Okay, I have
Cheater John.
$1.30.
$1.30.
$1.30.
Aiden.
I did $1.51 just to be on the high end of $1.50.
Okay. And Cooper.
I definitely did a little bit more. I did $3.14.
Oh my
It
god!
is not that different. I would not. I
Canadians
would
are
not
living
be
in
living
squalor,
here
actually.
That's right.
if it
A
was
one
that
loony
different.
hot dog is actually
John
30 cents.
is the closest.
Nice. Cheater John, you're gonna give that to him,
John's the
Bryce?
closest. It is. I am.
Yeah.
It is $1.37.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you to
And if you are listening-
books for having a price on the back.
If you're listening to this episode, this is as of June 22nd.
That's right.
Is this like
When
an
the
all-time?
Looney crashes
Where are we in the
Eastern
range
time.
right now, Bryce?
3
in recent
weeks.
range, are we at a low for them? Are we at a high? Like, what's going on there? Give me a sense
Oh,
of
I just
scale.
closed the tab.
It's bummer.
It's about average of where it's been.
Okay.
You're telling me the both
guys,
currencies are
invest in the-
stable?
Over
Invest in the foreign
COVID.
currency market. I have
Huge
an
return
algorithm
on
that will huge return on investment.
This is a joke that nobody gets.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip this. Over the pandemic, it got closer to being 1-to-1. In 2021, it got as low as 1.21. So
Wow.
it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Good
All
job,
right.
Canada.
So now we know for the end of the game how to adjust to American
Just
points.
points. Nice.
Of course. Well, you have to do the reciprocal to adjust back to.
I don't know what that
Exactly.
means.
You said how much did you say it was?
What?
Bryce?
I don't know what
137?
I don't know what that what's a reciprocal.
Reciprocal?
I don't know what that.
one over the number.
I
Find.
I don't work here. Nerd.
One over
Boo! This is why
1.37.
math
He doesn't
nerds get
work here,
beat
nerd.
up.
Yeah,
I don't
beating
work
up
here.
by
So
grade,
that's
John.
that loony went to John. So John's now at a toonie.
I think that one's
I just
still
have
up
two
there.
We
loonies,
are.
actually.
We're moving on.
The Mounties
to
are still
question
investigating that
3. How many provinces and how many territories are there in Canada?
I was so delayed.
Aiden. So I'm looking for 2 answers.
Okay, I think there are 6 provinces, 2 territories?
All right.
I don't really know the difference between
Cooper?
provinces and territories, in all honesty.
I think it adds up to 8. I remember
I'm feeling
8.
real good about my answer now.
So, man, I probably would have said 8 provinces, 2 territories. I think. I don't know.
Okay.
So, hi,
John?
I'm the last person. So I know for a fact there's 3 territories. It's just a matter of how many provinces there are. Bryce has sent me that song on TikTok so many times, and it's not coming back to me. So I'm going to say 9 provinces.
There
and 3
are
territories.
9 provinces and 3
John
territories.
gets the
Wow.
loony.
Dang.
It's 9.
Is he
Says
exactly
it is
correct?
10 provinces and 3 territories.
Is like
Off
that
by one.
unincorporated north a
Why do I think
territory,
8
not a province? Is that kind of what that...
Classic. The territories are here are all run by the indigenous
okay.
populations. Cool. So can anyone name the 3 territories or any of the territories?
I've heard them at some
Nunavut.
point.
Nunavut is one of them.
Ooh,
Yep.
nice.
The Northwest Territory.
That's another one.
And then there's one that's named after a color? Is there a...
No.
No. Okay, I'm thinking of
Is Yukon one?
White
I know
Horse.
about
Yukon
Yukon.
is
Okay, there
Yukon
we
is
go.
the 3rd
Yukon's
territory.
a territory? I
And
thought
it's-
that was a province.
it's funny.
I don't know nothing.
It's funny because every time I talked about college basketball here and said Yukon,
Yukon,
people
they're
are
like,
like, "Wait,
what?"
what?"
Oh, yeah, college
Yeah,
basketball.
And then the provinces are
yeah, can you name all 5 provinces?
Quebec.
I thought you said there were 10.
Yeah, I
Oh
thought you
no,
said
I was just saying the number that you gave. Oh no, you said 8. I think.
I said 8.
Do the easy
I
ones,
said
Aiden
Cooper.
said
Do the easy
6.
ones.
All right.
I know
Quebec.
Ontario,
1, 2,
Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
3.
Alberta.
Wait, what's the third one?
Is
Somebody
that a
else said
place?
one? Alberta.
Alberta is 4.
And then Manitoba rounds out our Great Plains.
Manitoba is 5.
And then there's
British
the one
Columbia.
that's...
Isn't
That's it.
6.
That's what I was
British
thinking.
Columbia? There's the islands, right?
Prince
they're
Edward
all-
Island.
Scotia?
Prince Edward
That's
Island.
7.
We're missing Quebec,
Nova
which
Scotia.
is
Nova
a big
Scotia.
I
one.
think Aiden already said
Aiden already,
Quebec.
no one
did
listens
say
to Aiden on
Quebec.
this podcast.
Is Newfoundland?
Newfoundland and Labrador.
I
I said one of the. Oh no, I don't think I did.
Where am I right now? I'm
I already
going-
said Ontario.
I'm scrolling.
It's Ottawa.
Oh no,
and
sorry, you're only
Ottawa.
missing one. You're only missing
Yeah.
one.
What are
Oh
we
my god!
missing?
Yeah, it's
Is it like a
Quebec?
big one, Bryce? Or
All
is
right,
it
I'll
just...
give it to you. No, it's one of the East Coast ones.
Yeah,
One
it
of the
is.
smaller boys.
No one goes
It's one
there.
of my tiny ones.
It is New Brunswick.
Oh,
No
yeah.
one
I
thinks
know.
about New Brunswick.
Oh,
New
New Brunswick.
I was thinking about Old Brunswick.
I was thinking
Stuck
about
on
Old
Brunswick,
Brunswick.
dude.
Yeah. So for a group of people that did not know the number of provinces, it's pretty impressive. You named pretty much all of them except for
you go.
New Brunswick.
Well,
so,
What
the
if
only
we-
one I
guys,
couldn't
guys.
name was the one I didn't count in my head.
yeah.
Wait,
fair
wait,
enough.
guys, huddle up. What if we
Okay.
team up?
You
Guys,
have
huddle
no
up.
We can-
points.
Huddle
We
up.
can- we
What
can
if we
beat Canada if we
unincorporate
team
New
up.
Brunswick?
Cooper,
And
I'm
therefore
already
we're right.
beating Canada.
Yeah.
You're playing
I'll help
Canada's
you beat
game,
Canada. How
John.
about
You're
that?
playing his game.
That's fine. They have free healthcare.
I'm beating Canada by
I can't-
losing right now.
I
How about you move to Canada, okay?
I can't
USA.
give you
Promise?
I can't give you all
USA,
too much of a
USA.
hard time because there are plenty of Canadians up here that keep thinking there's 48 states.
Yeah, Bryce, how
or
many
something.
states are there?
52.
Yeah, see, have
50
them
is a
name all
pretty
50.
round number.
I know.
And
it's so funny to me.
territories?
It's like it's so easy to remember. There are U.S. territories.
All right. All
Yeah,
right,
but
Bryce,
they don't.
let's hear you
they
name
don't
all 50
count
states
when we vote.
and the territories.
Alabama.
So we are going to move on.
Bama. Let's play the song.
Question 4. The Trans-Canada Highway stretches across Canada from coast to coast. It is one of the longest routes of its type in the world. What is the distance that the main route spans?
Don't say in kilometers.
So we're just doing
Okay.
closest.
Kilometers? Oh, I don't even have a reference frame of like.
I don't think he didn't
He
say
didn't
that
say
you
for
had to do it in
kilometers.
kilometers.
You don't have to do it in kilometers.
I'm
I
going to do
thought
it in
he
kilometers
did.
just
I
for
think
fun.
he did
I'm
say
doing it in
kilometers,
miles He didn't. Aiden, I said in kilometers. I made the kilometers joke. I'm telling you, it's not.
All right,
part of
does
it.
everyone,
with the
does
spirit of
everyone
the
have a
season and
number?
doing it in
No,
kilometers.
give me a second.
Yes.
Does everyone have a number?
I have a number in old-fashioned miles.
Frickin' got it.
I need to like keep like a bus one crib sheet on me with like a miles to kilometers
well, that's
conversion
cheating.
rate.
That's cheating,
It's
John.
not. It's not. It's not off Google. We have one rule, and it's no googling.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right. Aiden,
like normal
we'll go with you
trivia.
first.
No,
Okay.
it's not. We say the rules up front.
I just wrote 25,732 kilometers.
Okay.
I don't have
Cooper?
any reference.
25,000 kilometers?
I guess.
Aiden, do you know how many
Whoa.
times around the Earth that is?
No, I don't.
I was going to say like 3,000
3,000.
kilometers.
Okay. John?
I have 3,000 miles, which is longer.
Okay.
Oh,
so
gosh. No.
John is disqualified because he used miles.
I don't think so. Can I challenge this on
to
ethical
Cooper.
grounds?
Nice Cooper.
John, we
Points
had
go
a-
to Cooper.
We had a lot of discussion about whether or not we had to use kilometers.
I specifically did not give units and was going to disqualify anyone that did
Exactly.
Well,
use
I'm glad that
kilometers.
John
Mike,
put me on the right
what if I
track.
use
even though
meters?
lost.
What if I said
Every Canadian I've
million.
met uses miles. They still use
Bryce,
miles.
Bryce, I actually
That's
meant
not,
in meters.
I mean, we know what miles are. If you use meters, it's a very easy conversion, which is why it's such a good
yeah.
system. Anyway, kilometers, with the number we are looking for is 7,821
Okay.
kilometers.
dang.
So it is.
I just did. I
pretty
know.
far.
I know 60 miles an hour is 100 kilometers an hour, and I just did. What if you drive for 30 hours?
All right, moving on.
I got a loony.
All right, so as I said, for this round, we are still tourists. So part of being a tourist is figuring out what can you do? What can you do in Canada?
What are you gonna do?
So
When I show
question
up to a
10.
new place, how far can I go?
What can you do? What can I do here?
What can't I
How
do here?
wide is it?
Question 5. All of the
has to wave his
following
flag.
options are things that we can do in Canada.
Things what
that
we
are
can do in
true-
Canada.
that are true, except for which of the following. So I'll
Find the
basically
faker.
gonna give you like activities or descriptions, but one of them is a false statement, essentially.
Is this like legality or
Buzz are clear. You'll see. You'll
Okay.
understand as I go.
Okay.
All right.
hopefully?
Option 1. We can go see North America's largest single day parade. Option 2. We can attend a lacrosse game to check out Canada's national sport. C. We can go visit Quebec, the only province that is officially bilingual. Or D. We can go to a zoo or the woods to see Canada's national animal, the beaver. Cooper.
Of the things you said, I would argue that more than one is bilingual.
That is incorrect. That is the incorrect option. All right.
Well, I'm glad you got
Aiden.
that wrong. I was gonna say I thought Quebec was just like French. Like I thought it was not bilingual; it was just French. But now I'll switch it up. Thanks,
It's
Cooper.
aggressively monolingual.
So it's beaver's the national animal, largest parade, and lacrosse is the national sport. Those are kind of the
Essentially,
three things
yes.
you're getting at. Okay, I think you're trying to pull one over on us on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, so I'll go with parade, Bryce.
That is incorrect. The Caravana Grand Parade in Toronto is the largest. It's a Caribbean carnival, like festival and parade that there was like 2.3 million people that attended the parade.
I just realized I got myself confused. I was never mind. That was a bad.
You're going for the true?
I was like,
okay,
I think
whatever.
Bryce is saying the Macy's Thanksgiving
You
Day.
pulled
It's
an Alec.
not. Yeah, I did a bad thing. Oh well.
All right,
I did a bad thing.
John.
Okay, are we being
50-50,
Are we
John.
being weird about lacrosse or are we being weird about beavers? I'll fall for the obvious thing. I'm gonna say that I thought hockey was the national sport of Canada, so I'm gonna say lacrosse isn't right.
So you are correct, but that is incorrect because lacrosse is also the national sport of Canada.
They've more than one national
I
sport.
don't
and
think
hockey.
you can do that. You can have a sport
Yeah,
and, then
so-
and then you can have a pastime. Do you want to have...
Lacrosse is super cool, actually, because it was developed by the indigenous nations before Europeans arrived.
I
And it was
remember that,
adopted.
but
And then Canada made it.
it feels
a
like it's too
national sport.
cold in Canada, though.
So you're saying it's beaver?
So go outside
So,
and throw balls
the
around
correct-
from stick to stick?
Yeah.
No.
That's why you have hockey, because it's cold.
It does get warm, also in Canada.
I've heard
It
that.
gets warm
is
also. So tell me about the beaver,
It
Bryce.
was like over 40 Celsius real feel. here
Doesn't mean
this
anything to
week.
me.
Oh my gosh.
What, that like
All right.
86?
40
Like what is
Celsius
that?
is
That's
hot.
That's the safe
the
to
beaver
touch OSHA
is
temperature.
Not the national animal of Canada. The national animal of
Safe to
Canada
touch what,
Is
Aiden?
the
OSHA temperature.
Yo, who are you touching at 40 degrees Celsius?
moose.
All right, I don't know what was happening there, but the national animal of Canada is the moose.
Okay.
not the beaver.
It is the
So
moose.
yeah.
Wait, so John was wrong?
Lots of yeah. So no one got points on that one.
Oh, this whole time I thought John got
I got so confused.
That's generally how this works.
Alec,
So
I
to go
feel
over it
you.
again. This one I thought would
shout
be
out to
potentially
Alec.
confusing, but yeah, well, you get the idea. So yeah, it is. I mentioned the largest parade, Caravana in Toronto. Lacrosse is Canada's national sport. Quebec is the only officially bilingual province, but the national animal of Canada is the moose, not the beaver. So there you go. All right. So with
know
that,
what, Bryce?
let's go to our local CBC. Yeah.
Before we move on, there's a big delay.
Aiden.
Sorry, I said that a while ago, and I just thought you were moving on. I think I'm going to challenge this. I'm in the hole so far already. I really think that I've heard maybe the Beavers, the national. I think maybe all of these things might be wrong or something like that. But I'm challenging. I want to lock it in early.
all wrong?
Okay,
Or
so
something. All be right.
I don't take shots in the middle often enough, so I'm doing it.
You're saying
Okay.
the entire premise is
Cooper,
screwed.
John, you joining on or just,
I don't think I'm
just
going to
Aiden?
jump on this one, but
All right.
I understand.
Aiden is correct. It is the challenge question.
So that's
So
6
that
points
is
for me?
Two
No,
loonies.
not 6. Sorry.
No.
4.
Yeah, two loonies.
Yay.
Two toonies. Sorry.
Thanks, guys.
Two toonies.
Two toonies.
This is something I've thought about recently, and maybe this is metagaming, but recently I thought, isn't it pretty much always better to challenge at the end because you make other people lose
No, it's
points
not.
as well?
Oh, well, maybe. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Aiden, but
yes
you had
and
a
no,
4-point swing, but John and I aren't going to lose 3 points now.
But John's going to
Yeah,
lose.
it's the same
or no one
difference.
got one. Never mind. Yeah, but I still got 4.
It's the same
so.
difference.
Well, if Aiden had waited till the end
To challenge-
like just put it in his pocket,
I
and
would have
challenge at
gotten
the end,
3. It was a
John and
6-point
I
swing.
would
That's
have
a-
lost 3,
That's
and
a
you would have
6-point
gotten 3.
swing. Yeah.
Would have been.
I
a
don't know. Let's talk
6-point
about it
swing.
after. It
I
doesn't
don't care.
matter.
I got it
Okay,
right.
so
I feel good. This is fun.
Part of the challenge question, Aiden, you are correct. The national animal is the beaver, and you were also correct in what you said earlier.
That Quebec is monolingual?
Quebec is aggressively French.
Yeah,
they are
baby.
monolingual. It is French only. There is only one province that is bilingual, and it is New Brunswick. That is the only.
okay.
No one
province
thinks
that
about
is
New Brunswick.
both English and French.
I feel so good about that. I'm going to retire. Have fun,
Next episode,
guys.
we're
This is a
going to
great
New
episode.
Brunswick.
Big move. Big moves there.
Big moves.
All right. So with that, we are going to jump over to our local CBC broadcast for our audience question.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, or night to any and all of you, and thank you for tuning in to CBC News. I'm your host, man in a red scarf and toque, standing in a generic place in the Rocky Mountains. Many thanks to all of you who took part in last week's Eurovision question, brought to you by the excellent DJ Dream Jam. The correct answer, it seems, is that the 2000s was the decade with the most new countries in Eurovision. 15 countries joined between 2000 and 2010. Looks like nobody got that one right, so here's hoping you guys know a little more about the Great White North than you do about our neighbors across the Atlantic. Now today, I got another question for you. So in which Canadian city did the largest non-nuclear man-made explosion occur? That question is again, in which Canadian city did the largest non-nuclear man-made explosion occur? If you think you know what I'm on about, feel free to hazard a guess in the comment section below, the old Spotify poll, or on the latest Instagram post at +1 Trivia, why don't you? Thanks again for joining us today, and if you like this episode, feel free to spread the news about a great podcast whose latest episode truly was True North Strong and Free. I'm man in a Took and the Red Scarf signing off.
What do you do when you come back from this?
And we're back from whatever that
Welcome
was.
back,
Yeah.
That's where we have everybody do like a laugh to like bring us back into.
Wow,
Thanks, nondescript CBC news anchor.
that sounds like a pretty tough question, eh?
Hey,
I don't know what that's all about.
I refuse on principle.
that's funny. That's good stuff.
All right, so
That's good stuff.
we've been in Canada for a bit now, and we decided Canada's pretty good. We're going to settle down. How much Canadian currency does everyone have? Let's do a quick check.
Between us.
Toonies. I could buy 4 hot dogs on Tuesdays at the Blue Jays game.
Okay, so we got 4 loonies with Aiden, Cooper.
I got a loony.
All right, and John.
I have 3 points.
Whoa.
Whoa.
How do you have 3?
How do I
John
have?
is
I got
leading the
the
charge
first
and
3
being
questions.
anti-Canada.
Right, I forgot. Okay.
Yeah.
How do I have 3?
Cool.
I
So
got them
now-
by playing the game.
Now everyone's got a little money in their pockets. Let's settle down. We're gonna be. This is the level 2 permanent resident.
Are you asking me to move in with you, Bryce?
No, not yet.
The first person to fill out this paperwork and get it approved wins.
Yeah. So this was a very easy process that definitely didn't take almost a whole year.
Bryce was
And you
very
didn't get
normal about
denied-
it the entire
And
time.
you didn't get denied your first time because you put one thing wrong on your questionnaire. Anyway, question 6. What was the thing I got wrong in my questionnaire?
Bryce didn't know about New Brunswick. He didn't know about New Brunswick, and it
I
got
didn't
him.
know New Brunswick.
No, it was a stupid phrased question. Anyway, question number 6. You gotta start blending in with Canadians now that you're here.
Oh, God.
There's a few things that can make you stand out, and one of them is spelling. Which of the following words are spelled the same in Canada as they're spelled in the US? Does everyone understand the question?
Is spelled the same.
Which
the
is the
rest
same.
are not
Yes.
spelled the same.
Correct. Got it?
It's like British.
Got it.
Yeah, I think I got it.
Okay.
Good.
British.
3, 2.
A. Catalog. B. License. C. Labeled. D. Visualize. Cooper.
Labeled.
Labeled is incorrect. In Canada, we throw that second L on there. I mean,
found
third
that
L, I guess.
Yeah.
Labeled.
I spell it.
Depends on
with
which
2
L
L's.
Yeah, I do labeled and like colored
Generally
in or something
speaking-
like that. 2 L's.
Well, colored is with a U, so.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, I know. That's
but
what I
yeah.
thought you were gonna say.
The standard US spelling of labeled is only 1 L in the second spot, so 2 L's total.
Yeah.
L plus not standard.
Yeah. All right.
Or canceled.
Aiden.
I used 2 L's. Sorry, that's. I was so taken aback. I was like, okay, you're gonna say like color. Does it have a U? And then you started with catalog, and it threw me for a complete loop. But I'm gonna say license.
License is incorrect. In Canada, it is spelled Licence.
Ooh, licking.
Yes, but the first C changes sound when you change the
Well, it's
last.
Canadian.
Also-
you never know.
Also, the first C
gonna
is
go
still
down
there
to-
in the American spelling.
I'm gonna go down
So,
to the
License.
DMVs there and get me a lickins.
I don't remember even what it's called.
Why would just the first C change
I don't
sound?
know, Cooper. Why do they say a boot like that?
Why are the why do the Canadians say it
For
like that? I don't know.
our Canadian listeners in America, the second S sound is with an S.
For our
John,
Canadian
can you figure it
listeners,
out?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Can I
sorry,
figure
sorry.
out? Yeah,
Sorry.
Bryce. I'm gonna say visualize.
Visualize is correct.
With a Z?
They both
With a
spell
Z. With a Z.
With a Z.
Wow.
I don't know what side I'm on at this point.
I actually do like the Z. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
don't.
It's growing on me.
I'm not
kinda weird.
into it.
Yeah, so catalog is spelled with a UE at the end. Some other words that are spelled weird. We mentioned color. Anything that has the honor, labor.
Valor.
Also, center is RE instead of ER
Central.
at the end.
Theater.
Unless you're talking, yep, same thing. Unless you're talking
Well,
about.
theater and theater.
I knew I was going to get
different
somebody.
I was
I
about to
that
say.
one.
I knew I was going to get somebody
I
on
use
that.
a different.
In Canada, it's just RE. But if you're talking about the center of something, like the center of that piece of wood, it's ER still here.
The central.
So
Yeah, that's similar to the difference between theater and theater.
yeah. What else is spelled? Checking is like a checking account
with a
Checkwa?
Quay.
Yep.
Check
So
way.
there's a few.
Do you queue
like many
in Canada?
things
Do
in
you
Canada?
queue? Do you queue?
No,
You just
we
line.
line
You
up.
line.
We do
Okay.
say
We line.
We say washroom for everything instead of restroom or bathroom.
Piss house.
Do you have that weird like New Jersey thing that's or like
water
who
closet.
says bubbler? Is it Rhode Island? It says bubbler
That's
instead
a
of water
Rhode
fountain.
Island.
Rhode
You
Island
guys
is
do
a
that?
bubbler. Do I do
guys
that?
do
No.
that?
Anyway, yeah. So that we can start blending in a little bit now. We start figuring out their spelling.
You know, all those times that I'm spelling catalog or
Yeah.
I
honor.
know when someone says color with a U. I can hear it.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely purposely text all of my American friends with Canadian spelling and all of my Canadian friends with American spelling. It's really fun.
That's why I don't
you
text
just like to
Bryce
make everyone
anymore.
mad.
Good time. So I know what talks to me. Anyway, question 7.
So Bryce doesn't blend in, is what he's saying.
Question 7. This is not a buzz question. It is Charlie Chaplin rules.
Oh no.
I know him.
What's the Charlie Chaplin of Canada?
Sean Mendez. I don't know.
Sean Mendes.
This one, Sean Mendez rules, baby.
Oh yeah.
Wilfred Laurier
What the
rules.
hell are
Just
we
like
all
pull someone
dying
weird.
for?
Is that a Sean Mendes?
I don't know enough about Sean
During-
Mendes to know that reference.
During like the,
Justin
the big
Bieber,
fogs, he
Drake.
took a picture of of Toronto with all the
Drake,
fog
we're gonna
and
say
was-
Drake now.
We're not
In
talking about
today's-
Drake
We're not
in this
talking about
episode.
Drake.
No one's allowed to talk about Drake. Unless you're talking about the video.
The
But besides that,
six is in chaos about what's going on between Kendrick and Drake.
Good
You say
reference
Drake,
there.
Kendrick hunts us down.
Okay. So anyway, Sean Mendez rules. Question 7. You have to know your history as well, right?
I don't.
Now that you're a permanent resident.
Of course.
But I'll go a little easy on you, and we'll stick to question 7. The only war fought between Canada and the U.S. was the War of 1812.
Hell yeah.
Dark times.
You're gonna make
The
me
war
say
was
it.
generally
He's gonna make
considered to have ended in a stalemate.
all territories were
lots of-
returned to the original pre-war boundaries. Bryce.
Lots of things happened in the war, including the burning of the White House and the start of the Star-Spangled Banner. But what was the original cause of the war? Aiden, this is your Sean Mendes rules.
Sean Mendes rules. Okay. Tell me if this is too vague. British wanted to rough up the people after the war for independence. Again.
That is too vague.
Okay. I think
Rough 'em
there
up.
weren't
Get him, boys.
there some like boats that they blamed
They blamed the Maine on Spain.
No, I know they blamed the Maine on Spain, but I think there's a different boats thing, and I'm forgetting the name of it, but I remember U.S. history class vaguely. There were some boats that they blamed people, like the U.S., Britain blamed the U.S. for sinking their ships or something like that, and so they came after them.
I think you're Never. I'll move on.
I might be misremembering.
John.
God, I really want to say the XYZ affair, but that's a France thing. Can I just say that the U.S. probably sanctioned Britain economically, and Britain didn't like that, and they attacked us for money.
Okay. Cooper.
Okay, quick question. Are we saying like what officially started it or why did it start?
Why did it start?
I'm pretty sure I learned that Britain lost a lot of money in the Revolutionary War and it decided to start another war to get the money back.
We all
basically.
agree that Britain was broke.
All right.
They didn't have anything after that.
Sean Mendes rules. I have to give the points to Aiden.
Boats.
So Aiden's getting the toonie. It is just boats is the closest thing. So actually,
That's it, baby.
first of all, America started the war, not Britain.
What the hell are we all dying for?
So Britain instigated things because there was a lot of interference with trade, but specifically with ships, and they would commandeer American ships and take the Americans and force them to join the British Navy. So they were very upset about that. And then additionally, the British were trading with the indigenous population and providing them with guns and things that the
Ships.
Americans
And so
thought
the
were
balance
going
shifts.
to fight against the Americans. And then the last reason was the Americans just wanted Canada. They wanted to get British off the continent.
Oh, it
and
was
they wanted
Manifest
to,
Destiny.
No, it was not. That's a different thing.
Sort of, because they
that's
wanted
north.
to push west, and the British were also allied with a lot of the indigenous populations at the time. So, but yeah, I mean, it is essentially the biggest thing is America wanted to trade with the French, and Britain didn't let them, and also took people, and there was a lot of stuff. Yeah, and the only reason the British attacked and burned DC, interestingly enough, is because the U.S. first sacked the city of York.
York?
The old one?
In England?
Hold on, am I getting this right?
Even old York was once old Amsterdam.
I don't think that's true at all.
It's true.
Why they changed it, I can't say.
I
Yeah,
can't
okay,
say.
it is York. What is now Toronto?
Okay.
But it was York at the time.
Cool.
Yeah. So anyway, there's your history lesson. For
So
the day.
we
think
sacked
I
a
was mixing up
major
the
port,
XYZ of it
and
or
they
the main.
lit a building on fire.
They lit our house on
Yeah.
fire.
I'm sure they did more than that. I mean, the bombs were bursting in air.
Different fight.
And then Shawn
right,
Mendes
Well,
wrote the
I'm
Star
saying they did
Spangled
both.
Banner.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We are moving on to question 8. So now that you're a permanent resident, you gotta know your neighbors. Which of the following? This is
Gotta know your neighbors.
Gotta know your neighbors.
Hang on,
this
guys.
is a
I'll go
buzz
into this
question.
Oh, okay.
special. Oh, okay. Good to know.
Which of the following significant figures is legally Canadian?
Oh, here we go.
I don't like
How many
that.
decimal points?
Legally, huh?
You ready? A, the Tooth Fairy.
Whoa, what?
B, Bigfoot.
What?
C, Santa Claus. Or D, the Easter Bunny. Cooper.
I'm
Santa
stunned.
Claus.
Santa Claus is correct.
He's gotta
That
have
is
clearance. He needs to
Legally?
What if he's apprehended?
Santa Claus is legally considered a resident of Canada and has an address.
He summers there, actually.
If you're familiar with the Canadian postal codes,
Which we're not.
you might be able to guess what Santa's postal code would be.
North Pole.
0.
It is not the same as the US.
Zero. It is zero.
Zero.
It goes letter, number, letter,
S.
number, letter, number.
Letter, number, letter.
Is it like North
No,
Pole
letter,
spelled
letter,
out?
number, letter, number, letter, number.
Letter, number, letter. No.
Letter, number, number, letter.
You said the same
Number,
thing twice.
letter, letter.
This will be really easy to listen to. Okay, I'm just going to tell you because this is a disaster. The postal code for Santa is H0H0H0.
Okay.
Ho, ho,
So all Canadian residents and those living internationally can address letters to Santa Claus, North Pole, Canada, ho ho ho, and they will get a response.
Or just drop it off at your nearest Macy's and hope that he gets it. Like, I don't. Who cares? So what you are telling me though, Bryce, is that if Bigfoot crosses the border, he can be legally apprehended by the Canadian Mounties.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, exactly. If the Tooth Fairy, Bigfoot, or the Easter Bunny, come to
They
Canada,
are at large.
illegal immigrants.
Sing ho 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 back to me. Just completely. I am like openly weeping right now. Ho,
I thought he
ho,
was
ho.
Turkish.
All right.
Gosh.
Good
cool.
turkey
So-
reference.
So now,
And we're
referenced
back.
in the chat. Okay.
That's right.
now we know our neighbors a little
Germany.
bit better. Moving on to question number 9.
Number 9.
Unlike our neighbors to the south, Canada
Damn.
provides a universal healthcare system to its citizens funded through taxes.
That sucks.
NHS.
However, there are many misconceptions about the system. Which of the following statements is true? Does that make sense? Is everyone there?
Which one is
everything
real?
is bad except for the one good and real one.
You're
Yes.
looking for the
Bryce
true.
is going to make up 3 fake things and 1 real
Find
thing.
the Shawn Mendes among the non-Shawn Mendes.
Among the BBL Dreams.
Shawn Mendes.
All right. Option A. The majority of doctors in Canada are self-employed and not government employees. B. While there are small variances across provinces, Canada's healthcare system is run federally. C. All prescription drugs are covered under the healthcare system. D. Many different types of healthcare are covered, including childbirth, dental, immunizations, and major surgeries. Aiden.
I'm gonna say. So you said B. Can you repeat that one more time, just so I
That's
get my
federal
word?
B was-
control.
Essentially, it's a federally controlled system.
Oh, okay.
small
I'm gonna
variances
say
across.
A is true because I think maybe it's something like it's province controlled or something, and not federal or something. So I'll say A is true. They're mostly self-employed.
What was A again?
So you're
saying that they are
self-employed.
self-employed. That is correct.
Bingo.
Yep, doctors are self-employed and not government employees. They do bill the government, but they pay their employees themselves, and they pay for their own spaces. And yep,
So it's not a federal system.
it is not a federal system. It is run separately by each of the 13 provinces and territories, and the federal government just oversees, and they provide a health insurance plan for anything that's not covered under the systems.
Cool.
Prescription drugs are covered if they're taken in the hospital, but not all prescription drugs are covered. So you need private insurance if you take them outside of the hospital. And in the last option, everything is included except dental is not. Childbirth does fall under it, immunizations do, and major surgeries do fall.
Teeth
under it.
are a privilege.
As a medical field, we've been weird about teeth for a long time.
Dental and eye care.
Yeah,
and
DDS. Why do they have their own thing?
Because
It's
we don't,
very
Cooper. It's because we
interesting.
don't want to start a turf war. We're in med school. You're not taught
You're afraid of the
much
teeth.
about teeth at all. They have that, and we have our thing.
You're a dentist all
what
the
province
way.
has the best coverage?
I mean, it depends what you're looking for. You can go to
But
ones-
if I want teeth, I can't go to any of the
well,
provinces.
any province that you're in, they still have private
The
insurance.
tooth
for
fairy
those
doesn't
things.
come to Canada, so you can't do.
She
teeth.
does
right.
not live
Tooth
there.
fairy
so-
You need to
is
cross the
not
border
allowed.
to handle that.
So I'll give you another fun fact. Tommy Douglas,
another one.
Was recognized as the father is recognized as the father of universal healthcare in Canada.
Old Tommy
and he
Dougie.
was voted by Canadians as the greatest Canadian in a 2004.
Nope.
CBC
Thanks for
television
playing.
program.
Actually, the greatest Canadian is Roberta Bondar, but we can discuss later.
Have you considered Mike Myers?
You're gonna put a
We
neuroscientist
considered
in
Shawn
space?
Mendes. He's pretty much the Charlie
Shawn-
Chaplin of Canada.
Sorry. I know the challenge question has already passed, but challenge Shawn Mendes.
All right, question number 10. I'm looking for two answers. It's two parts, but I will do it one part at a time. Who is the current head of state in Canada?
Oh, I'm not even going to buzz.
John.
The current head of state would be Charles III.
That is correct. King Charles III.
Is that
the
one
current
loony or
head
a
of state?
toonie?
That's a toonie.
Okay,
That's a
just
toonie.
making sure.
Oh, sorry. No, that's a loony because that's a
Okay,
two-parter.
okay.
I'll give you the first stab at the other part since you got the first one right, though.
Are you going to tell me the other part, or do I have to guess
Yep.
it? Okay.
Just give
for
me an
it.
answer, John. Actually, you did that in the musicals episode, and you were really close to getting it right.
That was
so we could
scary.
just do it.
It's the Lion
But,
King.
yeah, it's not the Lion King.
Okay.
So, part two. What is the name of the title for the federal representative for the Canadian monarch, filling in for the king for ceremonial and constitutional duties?
Oh my God. Okay.
The name of the office or the guy?
The name of the position.
Oh, okay. So not like Charles
No.
again.
His name's also Charles.
I know the word governor is in it, so I'm just going to say governor. I don't have
Can you
all
give me
of
anything
it.
else?
I don't have the rest of
I
it.
think, unless Aiden or Cooper can be more specific.
I mean, I
give it
could
a
try. Yeah.
All right,
Cooper,
Aiden,
go for
you
it.
buzzed in.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll go for it.
Buzz.
Is it like the royal governor?
All
His
right, Cooper.
Majesty's governor?
Aiden's still going.
Yeah, it's a long title.
I would say Supreme.
Yeah, John, you're the
governor.
supreme governor.
Supreme, Cuntweb Supreme Governor.
All right.
His Majesty's.
John, I'll give you the other point as well, or the other
Congrats.
Looney.
Congrats.
So the title is the Governor General.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
he's militant.
Because, yeah, there's a lot of
She
them.
right now.
My sexism. Whoa, that's on me. That
Bryce
one's on me,
got
guys.
you.
I wasn't thinking I should do better.
Toonies for
Minus 2 knees.
We were all thinking it.
You subtract both your knees.
All right, he loses his knees for that.
Bye, guys.
For that
All
statement.
right. Yeah. So, constitutional monarchy.
Hayden lost his knees and he's shorter
Good buzzword, Bryce.
Canada is part of the British Empire still, but it's Commonwealth, correct? It's Commonwealth. But we have our own government that runs.
job.
And
everything.
how lucky
we
you
just have-
are
we
that
just
Daddy
have-
Charles lets you keep that. That's so nice
Yeah,
for
we
you.
we have Charles and the Governor General for stuff like
and her name is
ceremonies. Her
name is
Mary
Ceremonies?
Simon.
Mary Simon. Okay.
Mary Simon, and she's
cool?
she's an Inuk leader from Nunavut in Quebec.
okay.
And Simon is the first Indigenous person to hold the office.
Good for her.
Since
job.
1959, it's traditional to alternate between Francophone and Anglophone office holders because it matters a lot in Canada.
Is it
Isn't that
elected?
that's the
balance between
person?
the
That's
or
the
is
person.
it appointed?
It's appointed by the king.
By
No,
Chuck?
Who appoints? Who appoints?
Not by
JT?
Chuck?
the government.
JT
so it would
appoints.
be
Okay.
the House of Commons and the Prime Minister. That anyway. All right,
you guys have a House of
so
Lords?
that is the round. That is the end of round 2. So let's do an ad break. Who wants to give the old Canadian ad?
Whoever has
Run!
the most
Run
points,
while you
I say
can!
does
Flee
it.
across the border!
We're not done yet.
Come back to good old America.
Hey there, everyone up in Canada. This is Chuck. This is Chuck from
is Chuck.
Texas. And I just wanted to let you know, this is a PSA, that although
Is this
Manifest
King Chuck
Destiny... No,
the
this is
Chuck
Chuck
Schumer
of King Chuck's truck stop
New
down
York.
in Texas. But I just want to let you know that this is your final warning. Manifest Destiny has been on hold for quite some time now. But we've been building
it
up in
hasn't.
Alaska, and we're ready to sandwich you some bitches. So get out while you still can. Run back to Daddy Chuck. Not
think-
me, the king.
I think
We'll see you later.
Not me, Chuck. The other Chuck.
those living in Alberta, are very happy with this messaging right now, but everyone else is probably not.
something truckers, something.
King Chuck's
Alberta
truck
is the
stop.
Texas of Canada. Anyway,
Sure.
all right,
That ad
let's
can
do,
get
Okay, now
let's
do
do
the rest
a
of them.
for
Let's
time.
do a Canadian currency check.
I got
Aiden?
4 toonies or 8 loonies.
All right, Cooper.
I have a toonie and a loony.
All right.
I have 7 points.
John's gonna lose if he keeps this up.
Just for like
John has
the people
0
at home
Canadian
keeping
currency.
score. It's don't do math. I don't know. I have 7.
Don't do math.
All right. So level 3, full citizenship.
Yay! I can't wait to
For
vote.
this round,
This
you'll be getting a
October.
loony and a toonie.
A ballot coming to you
Is
They
this
pay you
if
more
we,
if
next
you're a citizen.
October.
if
Actually,
we do this round, we become citizens?
Yeah, legally, I am able to give you citizenship.
Like these are
Send
all
me the
questions
paperwork.
on the citizenship.
Bryce, you weren't even to
No.
extend your
exam?
self-citizenship.
Oh,
You might have been. I'm not applied for citizenship yet. thank you very much.
Exactly.
Yeah, they definitely are all on the citizenship test for 100%.
All of these.
wow.
Or
With
all
certainty.
ev-
Yep.
I can't
Bryce
wait
writes
to
the
see what's
citizenship
on the
test,
citizenship
actually.
test.
Yeah.
Wilfred
contracted him.
Laurier.
All right. So,
just saying names.
question 11. So now that you're citizens, I'm sure you know our anthem well, right? Cooper knows it.
Oh, he buzzed.
Canada, the
native land.
No, don't sing it.
Oh.
Cooper's going.
How much of it do I have to sing?
Just go for it.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
All right, we'll stop in there. Aiden.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love. Together with God we stand. Something like that.
Close, can you keep
That's it. Something like that.
Keep
All right,
our
John.
land. Okay. Oh, Canada, our home, our native land, true patriot love, and all of us command.
Perfect so far.
I don't know the rest of it. Ba 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 ba. Oh Canada. Ba 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 ba.
All right, we'll stop
God
there.
keep
That was pretty
our
good.
land
I was pretty
glorious
close.
and free. Oh Canada, we stand on God for thee.
Yep, and then it's that.
It's the
repeated,
rest of
so,
it, yeah.
Pretty good. The words in the middle that you didn't get, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free.
Ooh, that's good.
From far and wide, O Canada.
Canada. Ba 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 ba.
Ba, ba, ba,
I think
ba,
you got that
ba.
part. Anyway,
Genovia.
that
Dang
is
it.
the English version. John, you get those points.
Oh, great.
Very,
singing in
very
French.
good job.
Thank you.
Do you know the French? Anything about the French version?
Do I know anything about the French? No. It's like
so
Timothée
please-
Chalamet. It's just the same.
It is absolutely wild. It is not the same translation at all.
Oh.
Is it home
But
our
essentially-
native land?
So, actually, this is up for debate in Canada.
My
the
native
original words are
Sorry,
"O
didn't mean to
Canada,
start
our
drama.
home and native land."
That's what I thought.
But Trudeau and others are trying to change it to "our home on native land."
Okay. It's progressive. I see.
Yeah, but there's there's lots of.
Can't have home
Dialogue.
and native land anymore because of woke.
All right, so the French, the French
John's
say
saying
this.
our home, our native land, which sounds like he's taking it from
My native land. This land
Our
is
native
my
land.
land. This
And
land
also
is my
So,
land.
except
in
for
the-
the
in the
This is my
territories.
land.
In the bilingual version, it would go, "Oh Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command."
That's not the same, Bryce.
Se porte l'épée, il se porte la croix. Ton histoire est un poète des plus brillants exploits. And then it goes back to the
Fun
English version.
plosives.
Classic.
So
that's a banger.
Some plosive
the
action there.
translation for just that section.
I hate these English speakers. Oh my god, get them out of here. I wish to secede.
It is extremely
Another word for you,
religious.
John.
Oh, I thought you were going to say extremely woke.
Why am I not
It is extremely
surprised?
religious. So that part of it says, "For your arm knows how to bear the sword; it knows how to bear the cross. Your history is an epic of the most brilliant exploits."
That goes hard.
So which came first?
Chicken or the egg?
I think
The native land, Cooper.
the
Whoa.
English version,
Whoa.
but I'm not entirely sure.
The chicken or the egg?
The indigenous people came first, Cooper, and we're just borrowing.
I don't think they're borrowing.
I'm just borrowing.
Nothing about this screams
I'll give
borrowing.
it back.
Wild
Anyway,
Times at the OK Corral.
The English version also has other verses that are as wild, but I'm not gonna. We'll stop there because there's
No one,
so
no
much.
one knows those. Nobody
Yeah,
sings
we still
those.
have the royal anthem as well, which is still "God Save the Queen."
Not
And
anymore.
another historic song that was often
Yeah,
played.
God Save the
alongside
King,
the
maybe.
two. Yeah, sorry, God Save the King. We forget.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
She's dead. We all were there.
We did it, boys.
She's dead.
Finally,
got
something
it.
for men.
The Queen of the East is dead.
That's not what I was saying, Todd.
We did it, boys. Longest heir
Yo,
apparent
when's
for
men's
forever.
history?
All right, we should probably keep it going. I was going to keep talking about it,
Cool,
but we
we
should
don't
probably keep
need
it going.
to.
Question 12. The political system is quite different than what you're used to in the US. In Canada, you only vote federally for your member of parliament to represent your individual electoral district. Name all the parties who have seats in the current House of Commons.
Oh, that's good. John's about to kick my
John.
Hi. Okay. Current House of Commons. So we've got we're going to start at the top and we're going to work our way down. We've got the Liberals. I really got to work hard to not say Labour because the UK has an election coming up here soon. Then we have the Conservatives or the Tories. Then we have the New Democratic Party.
Uh-huh.
And then we've got the Bloc Québécois.
Yep.
Almost forgot about them. That would have been disastrous. And then I think there's some Greens in there for fun. And then People's Party doesn't have any seats, do they? No
Nope, and
Maxime Bernier. I think that's all.
You've named them all. The only
Yeah.
thing that you didn't name is there's 3 that are independent, but I asked for parties.
You did
anyway,
ask
so
for
you got them
parties.
all.
You know,
Independent.
John, you
It's out
get
there.
all 3.
I would have gotten every one of those except the New Democratic, and I'm proud of myself
NDP.
for that.
Well, the NDP's
So,
pretty big.
Okay, cool. Very good job, John.
Thank
well
you.
Deserved.
I pay
3
attention.
loonies.
Throoning.
John.
A
We
throoning.
are going to move on to question 13. Shawn Mendes rules, and we'll buzz in for this. So the short named CanCon has been a part of Canadian culture since 1971. CanCon.
Cameron.
What does CanCon mean?
Cameron is here.
Cooper.
Canadian Convention.
Okay. Aiden.
That's what I was going to say.
That's
It's a
also
big
what I was going to say. I'm trying to make
celebrate
something else
Canada.
up.
But you know what? I'll do something fun. Canadian Conquest, where they
John?
take over the world.
I'll just step slightly away from Cooper and say Canadian Conference.
Okay, so
Conflict.
none of you are that close. So what I'm going to do instead
No way the can doesn't stand for
is
Canada.
I will
Has to.
tell you what it
Stands for
is,
can,
and
can.
you have to tell me
What
like,
happens
what it-
there?
What it is.
Why? Who?
So
What are you?
CanCon
I'll tell you what it
stands
is, and you
for
tell me what it is.
Canadian content.
Ooh.
Canadian content. So since no one got that, Cooper, we'll go back around. What do you think Canadian content is in reference to? Like what is it used for? Why is it a term?
What's in there?
It's just a term.
Canadian content.
I would think CanCon would be some sort of entertainment thing, like their broadcast kind of thing, similar to the CBC. I don't know.
So are you saying it is its own system, or are you saying
Yes.
okay? Aiden.
Of course.
I'll say
Of course.
it's a movement to try and produce more content in Canada and support Canadian-based content instead of stuff from the U.S. and Britain and stuff like that.
Okay. John, I'll let you go.
Yeah, Bryce, can you tell me what the beginning part of this question was one more time?
No.
No, okay. I was going to go
He'll
similarly.
tell you what it is, and you have to tell him what
I
it is.
told him what it
I
is.
think that's what
I was going to go similarly to Aiden
secondary
that
one, too.
CanCon is like Canadian like based like media, like music.
Yeah,
it's like the
film,
hype
TV.
house. It's the hype house for
Aiden
Canadian.
I did not
basically
say
got
that.
Aiden basically got it. I'm going to give him the points.
Thank you, Bryce.
Unless John got more specific. But yeah, so essentially, it was a movement that started in 1971 to promote Canadian content over foreign content. And specifically, it only applies to radio and TV broadcasts. And so they require specific percentage of the content to be Canadian content. The current percentages now, radio airplay, you need 35% Canadian content. Broadcast television is 55% yearly and 50% daily.
Wow,
So
that's cool. I
Are
think
we
that's
sure it's
really
not
neat, actually.
Are you sure it's not Canadian content? Like they're proud.
happy to
Just
be
be
there.
happy where you are.
Yeah.
all right.
There you go.
All right. Cool.
That was a nice
Question
one. on it.
14.
Can't wait to buzz in.
Me neither.
Sorry.
Cooper.
Sorry, that was a buzz.
He can't wait. He couldn't wait.
Please, I'm so far behind, Bryce. Please move
Cooper.
on. I'm
Yeah.
begging you to move on.
Bryce,
I'm
just-
not gonna get anything, no matter what.
Are you going to guess anything?
I'm
Say
not.
the Lion
Just read
King.
the question,
It
give it-
almost works. The Lion King almost works every time.
All right. Name the 7 Canadian hockey teams.
Oh, wow. Oh, shit.
Good luck, everybody.
Are you kidding me?
John. I will take either the city or the team name. I'll be very nice.
Okay, so we've got the Edmonton Oilers. We know them. They're here. We have the the Winnipeg Jets. Okay, we have the Ottawa Senators. We got the Leafs. We've got the Canucks. We got the Canucks. Yeah.
Yep.
We have the Canucks go Canucks.
We have Le Canadien. Go Habs go.
There you go.
You're missing one.
I'm missing one, and it's out. It's out west. It's
Toronto Blue Jays.
not the Toronto Blue Jays. It's
You're correct. It is out west.
oh my god. It's Vancouver.
Vancouver's the Canucks.
Oh, fuck.
Yukon.
I don't know. I don't know the last one.
Yukon potatoes.
Does anyone, Aiden, Cooper, do either of you
No,
know the last one?
that was John named all the ones I know. So
Okay.
Bryce, I want to really drive home right now how little I know or have ever thought to know any of these things about Canada.
Well, this is why
I am shooting
we're doing this.
completely-
There's been too much U.S. on the podcast. All this president's
Yeah.
trivia.
It's where I live.
That's
It's where I live, Bryce.
It's U.S.
don't
content.
take it in.
What you-
I live here.
John,
I live here.
You got all
I
of
don't
them
live in Canada.
except for the Calgary Flames.
I didn't even know
That's
that
not real.
existed. I don't like that.
Yep.
Okay,
Calgary.
cool.
No.
Wow.
Very good job.
Pittsburgh
Another
Penguins, okay.
3 loonies to you.
Wow.
And
crazy.
go Oilers. Except,
Go Oilers.
Unless
Go,
you're
Canucks go
I want to
Canucks.
see some beef on that ice.
I do kind of want Florida to win just because of
you
how
don't.
funny it is. Because
Florida
Canada
hockey.
hasn't won since '94.
That's true.
and it's very funny. So
I don't know. I just
you imagine
don't.
if
I
Florida
don't cheer.
beat Canada?
I don't cheer for teams that are named after the whole state or province. I feel like that's cheating.
yeah, I do think since it is between Alberta and Florida, whoever loses should have to get vaccinated. But
I think if
I
Alberta
get half
loses,
of that joke.
if Alberta loses, we have to introduce rats back to their ecosystem.
good fun Alberta fact.
Good
Nice.
fun Alberta fact. They are ratless. Actually, there's no rats there. Question
right.
15: where are there no
Final
rats?
question. For this question, I will give you 4 lists of 3 celebrities.
I hate these. Is Shawn Mendes on this list?
Shawn Mendes is not on this list.
Sean Mendes.
Damn,
isn't
then
there,
I
I'm
don't
going to
care, Bryce.
riot.
So-
I think John wins anyway. Let's just call it here. If Sean Mendes isn't
Yeah,
on the list,
honestly.
I
I could
think
still
we're done.
challenge.
John's
I
out
could still
ahead.
challenge.
Yeah, do it. Do
From
it.
the
I won't.
4 options, there's one group that is all Canadian. So the other 3, there's one hidden American amongst the 3.
This is really testing my memory, Bryce.
I mean, you'll kind of just know as it
Yeah, I'll
goes
feel
along.
it out, right?
All right. A, Ryan Gosling, Natalie Portman, Michael Cera. B, Jim Carrey, Keanu Reeves, Gwen Stefani. C, Elliot Page, Martin Short, Shania Twain. Or D, William Shatner, Paul Rudd, and Seth Rogen.
Wait, so we have to find the one with all Canadians?
All Canadians, yep.
Oh,
I would say
I
B.
fucked up. Bad.
B, so you're going with Jim Carrey, Keanu Reeves, and Gwen Stefani.
Yes.
That is incorrect. Gwen Stefani is American.
Stefani's American.
Aiden would...
Bryce, this isn't your fault, but you didn't ask if I had understood the concept of the question, and
I
I
can
promptly
explain it
swapped
again.
it again. So can you please read the other ones? Because I was like,
It is
Paul
all
Rudd's
Canadian.
American. And then-
all Canadian. Okay, so the options that have not been chosen is A, Ryan Gosling, Natalie Portman, Michael Cera. B,
that
B's
one.
been chosen.
Locked in.
You going with that one?
Yes, I am.
That is incorrect. Natalie Portman is
Damn it.
American. And,
And
so,
she's Israeli. Like she has
John.
and Natalie Portman's weird. Okay, is my option the last
You heard it
one?
here first. You have 2 options. You have
Okay.
C,
Can't wait to hear what John says.
Elliot Page.
This one's for all the marbles, John.
If Cooper's editing this
luck.
episode, he cuts it here. and we
Good luck, John.
We never know.
to say-
we never know.
Just to say who will win, but
All right.
go for it, John. 50-50
C.
for
Bryce,
3
I think
points.
you should make them challenge.
Hey guys, I sure would like to hear my options.
Elliot Page, Martin Short, Shania Twain. Or D, William Shatner, Paul Rudd, and Seth Rogen.
I'm gonna go with D. William Shatner, Paul Rudd,
Let's
Seth
go,
Rogen.
girls.
Let's go, girls.
Is all Canadian?
Oh. No, never mind. I'm back.
John got confused.
I also got confused.
Oh
We're gonna go
my
C.
gosh.
The other one. With
Shania Twain.
Okay.
Let's go, girls.
With Shania
go-
Twain. I
let's
knew
go,
Shania
girls.
Twain was there.
Shania Twain,
Congrats,
Martin Short,
Man,
Elliot
for
Page.
getting that
like
question
Canadian.
right.
So Ryan Gosling, Michael Cera, Jim Carrey, Keanu Reeves, Elliot Page, Martin Short, Shania Twain, William Shatner, Seth Rogen are all Canadian. Natalie Portman, Gwen Stefani, and Paul Rudd are the hidden American.
They're
with that,
hiding among us.
we come
Paul Rudd
to
Congrats
the
to
end.
John for being a Canadian by birth
John
now.
is aggressively Canadian.
There he is.
Compared
We all
to
knew
the
it.
other 2 of you.
Bryce,
But
you're not going to make
to
them
confirm
challenge?
What is our final Canadian currency totals?
11 loonies.
Man, I'd love to say that I have the same 11. No, I don't have 11.
3.
I have 1 loony, 1 toonie.
So three
Add 'em up.
loonies.
That's
That's 3
12. That's
loonies.
12 if you put them next to each other.
John.
Yeah.
If you
and then
convert to
by
dollars,
my
it's
count,
less.
I have, in an effort to keep my points, 19 loonies.
There you go. All right. John gets to win because he said loonies.
Congrats, John, on getting to win. You earned the right.
Thank you. I've had a
Very
rough
nice.
go recently. I've had a really rough go on this podcast recently. It's
I
been
hope
tough.
you've all learned a lot about Canada. This might not be the only Canadian episode. There's so many more trivia questions we could ask. This one was a lot more about, just how does Canada work and, what are the basics of Canada.
How'd that happen?
There's so many things we can ask about. There's so
Like,
many
how wide
cities
is it?
How, yeah, like
didn't
how
even ask
many?
about poutine.
How many? And how,
And when?
how much? And Maxime Bernier?
Bryce, I don't-
There's options.
Maple syrup?
Bryce, I don't know if this was your intent for this episode, but I came out hating Canada.
I'm actually looking to emigrate now, Bryce. So there's a trade-off.
Yeah, that's okay.
Net gain of
only
one.
I'm
want-
just glad I live in the land of the free, the home of the brave, of the United States of America.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be
Cooper.
born here.
And I'll proudly stand up
God
next
bless
to you
America.
and defend her still
right.
today.
All right. Well, folks, looks like we've rolled into Ottawa. So that's all the time we have.
I can't wait to go see the
man.
Parliament building.
If you enjoyed your ride on Bus One today, we'd really appreciate if you told our friends about us and your Canadian friends
Our
about
friends
us.
about us.
Hey, Bryce, have you heard about this podcast?
Also, subscribing or dropping a 5-star rating in your podcast player would be super helpful. We are on all the social medias as @Bus1Trivia, all spelled out. You can check out our merch or submit your topic or question ideas at bus1trivia.com. I feel like we should get some Canadian Bus One merch now. Maybe we should.
Do we have American Bus One merch? I don't
No,
think.
not yet.
I don't
Anyway,
think
we'll
the
do
flag features.
Is this going to be fun for Canadians to listen to?
Oh, for sure, yeah. They're gonna be like,
us
"Wow,
being
listen
bad?
to how dumb two Americans are," and then
And
there's
also, John is here.
Okay.
John,
I'm wearing a
John,
shirt.
man.
I'm
John
wearing a
was
shirt.
hating on Canada the
I'd
entire
love to meet
time
John.
and won handily.
At
right.
least I apologize.
So yeah,
Cooper
shout
never
out
apologized.
Shout out to all the Canadians out there. Before we go, we'd like to thank Vert
I've
for the
been to
use
Canada.
of our theme song, 5978, which is a banger. Thanks for riding Bus One.
Hey,
we will see you
Quebecois
next
banger.
week.
You said the you.
Quebecois.
A Quebecois banger with a U. B-A-N.